Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Thursday, August 28th. Welcome. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon and happy birthday, Dad. They don't watch this, but I've already told him happy birthday, but still. Um and what am I doing at home recording a video at 2:30 in the afternoon, you might ask? Um a car hit a pole near our office and knocked out the electricity and the internet. Um, it looked like it was a transformer off of it laying in the middle of the street, pulled lines loose. I'm pretty sure at some point they're going to have to replace the pole, but they're out there working to get things done. But I sit in an office for hours waiting to see if the power will come back on when we can't do anything. So here we are, and I figured, you know what? I'll take advantage of the extra hours and get in here and do a video. Maybe get some other things done that have been on my list and need to be accomplished. So here we are. Anyway, out of this tumbleweeds, I worked on the rabbit. I've already shown you the girl and the horse. So this time I worked on the rabbit. Like I said last time, they're all on the same piece of fabric. But this is where I got to. I got the border from side to side there across the top, filled in the lighter color on the sun, and the dark brown there on the rabbit. I think that's what I got accomplished this time. So, hooray! I can't even believe that I forgot. And I don't know where to put this. Oh, in my last video, I forgot to tell y'all about, not this Monday that just went past, the week before on Monday. Kirsten went to leave the office and a note fell out of the door that had been folded up and wedged, between the door and the door frame, not on the side that you open, on the side with the hinges. And so we read the note, and it had, stuff about, it was like, someone please help me. It had the person's name and address. It had phone numbers, and it's like, they've got my kids. They're holding them hostage. And, I've tried to get help, but no one will help me. And so we called the police department. I'm like, I'm sure it's nothing, but I would never forgive myself if it was, and I ignored it. And so they were going to send somebody to come look at it. And a little bit later, a detective called and asked me some questions. And he's like, will you just take a picture of it and send it to me? He said, I have a whole collection. The lady's name, I don't even remember what it was now. He said, she's left these over the weekend all over town, these notes. And he said, I don't know why. I think she was in a treatment program and now she's not. And like, she gets food and everything from a shelter in town. There's a place that feeds them and gives them clothes and everything. But so it was probably really nothing, but how crazy is that? To get a note saying, like I said, it was like, they have my kids, they're holding them hostage, they're doing this, they're doing that. I don't think she even has kids. And the detective was telling me that he said, I don't even know what any of this means. He said, she's been in the area for a long time and we're very familiar with her. And he said, but I don't know what she's gone off on this time. So crazy, right? I know that you love to hear all the joy and fun and excitement that goes on in, not my life, because this really is her life, but in my realm. Anyway, I worked on Fancy That's Rabbit on Wheels. And I was trying to make sure that's the right way here. We'll move that a little bit out of the way. Okay, there we are. This time, somebody's been doing too easily distracted, not naming names, but I only managed to finish this seed packet and the white in the other one. It's not actually white, but whatever. Because, like I said, when Dax gets up in the morning and goes to work out, I will walk into the house to get another cup of coffee and be like, oh, well, he's not here. I'll go ahead and make the bed. Oh, well, I might as well go put a load of clothes in the washer. And then I'm spending that time doing ridiculous things like that instead of getting more stitching in. This, because I happen to have it, the little paper, is being stitched on a 28 count Jaslyn in antique green, and I am stitching it 2/2. There you go. I hardly ever know that kind of information. And lastly, this morning I stitched on Out of Your Welcome. I am doing this one right here. I'm looking to see, I'm probably doing it in these darker kind of colors instead of looking quite so bright. And there we are. I've almost got it to where it says Om. So today I brought the bottom rows here out more. I just kind of pull them over this way. I switch off between top and bottom, dropping stuff. And then got the red here and most of this on the the darker color done. So it's coming along. I think that's it. I think that is all that I have accomplished. So I'll stop here for now. For y'all, I'll be back in a second. And hopefully I'll have accomplished some other things. I guess we'll see. All right. See you in a sec. Hey y'all, I'm back. It is Monday, September 1st. I know. Nothing really exciting going on. Addison and Ryan came over yesterday. Jacob hasn't been feeling well, so he stayed home trying to get better. Then after they left, they had to go home earlier than usual because Ryan played in a flower pot and had potting soil all over him. I tried to clean up everything, but it was in his hair. So they had to get home early to get a bath. So after they left, Dax and I went to a little bar here in town that was doing a luau, and they had a DJ and everything, so we went up there. We'd already eaten, so we didn't really care about the luau. Supposedly they had a pit and were cooking a pig and the whole 9 yards, but I don't know. But the DJ was, playing music from our era, so that was nice. I'm trying to think of anything else. No, nothing fun. Just all the same old stuff. We even worked today because it was Labor Day. So there you go. Okay, stitching out of the Paula Vaughn Quilts for All Seasons. For August, every Friday I've been working on this one. Although we went to Houston and that kind of messed up some of it. So, anyway. Here is where I got to. I got in the 4th flower down here. Part of what I'm filling in is lighter colors. Some of it's a little bit harder to see. And, pulling a strand here to work on the shutter and all of that. But that one will go away until I pull it out again. It's time now to pull out September and work on that on Fridays. I have also worked on Lizzie Kate's Fall Y'all. It's pretty cute. And I'm doing it on this orange fabric. It's a little bit deeper color than that, but so I finished up over here on the hat and got the other side of the hat worked on, got it started or whatever. Nothing fantastic, but progress is progress, right? And then I also started the September suite stitching. And you will be amazed and impressed. There you go. A little bit of the roof on the house. But I spent probably 15 minutes trying to find the little kit that it came in. I looked behind my desk, here where I sit and stitch. I looked on the side, everywhere, because I had just seen it here. I dug through the drawer. I couldn't find it anywhere. Oh, because I put it in the project bag. It shouldn't be that hard to find stuff you put away where it should be. But I didn't remember doing that. I just remember it being sitting here on the desk. So anyway, there you go. Okay. I have a confession to make. I have been stitch cheating on y'all. I've been cheating behind your backs, and it's time for me to come clean about it. But I saw that I just felt like, okay, I can do this. And so I finished Friendship Quilts. Y'all, that is so exciting. 9 years. 9 years. That's how, a little over 9 years since I started this. I am so excited. I have not been tracking my spending in Stitch from Stash, but I think getting this finished should wipe out all of it, no matter what. I am so happy. I am just so happy. I can't even begin to tell you. There were a couple of spots today. I finished it this morning. I was trying yesterday, but we went to a luau instead. But there was a spot on here I was worried about, and so I treated that and kind of washed it, but like there's some other stuff because I was concentrating so much here. There's like a hoop ring, because after 9 years it gets dirty. There's a hoop ring right here that I'll wash it again and everything, but there we go. I'm just, like I said, I am so very happy, and I love it, and now I have to decide what I want to do with it. That'll probably take a year or two, but anyway, confession complete. Okay, I think that is all I have. I'm trying to get back to weekly, so if I remember, I will take this little Chromebook or whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. I'll take this little thing with me and tomorrow and see if I can't get this uploaded. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you for your likes, your comments. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you all. I truly do. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.